Okay, fine. So as Zubair mentioned, so CRM, customer relationship management, a tool package of maintaining all the customers data, organization data. You can customers in the sense it can be a individual customer or a organization. So we have a lot of competitors, but in Microsoft Dynamics CRM, um, let me share my screen. I hope you all can see my screen, right?
You can see.
Yes, yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. So if I consider any product, or if I say like, if we take any manufacturing company, let's say I've taken example of Maruti Suzuki because everybody know the way Maruti Suzuki has landed in India, the way they do the marketing and the products of Maruti Suzuki cars, we can say. So whenever they want to launch any new product into the market, what they generally do? Um, Anybody in the class? Anybody can answer this? I want this session to be interactive session rather than one man speaking and you all listening.
So they will take
Hmm.
campaigning like
Yeah, please go ahead. If you know something, you can share it.
first of all they introduce their product
Okay.
through the campaigning or other process like marketing on Facebook, on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
by advertising.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay, nice. So if Maruti Suzuki want to launch, are planning to launch any of their product, any new product or any upgraded product, what they will do? They will try to market that particular product into the. They will try to market it first so that they create certain curiosity with the customers, and then they try to launch this particular product. So before they launch, there are a lot of activities which are involved in any of the product. So as he mentioned, they start working on advertisements, YouTube. I mean, they use all the social media platforms and even TV. I mean, everywhere advertisement platforms, and they try to create certain uh, area for this particular product to be launched, so that try to provide certain features of pre-booking kind of thing. And I mean, any product, I mean, it's not about Maruti Suzuki, it can be any of the organization manufacturing, car manufacturing organization. They try to create certain auto pro campaigns and all. So so they start marketing their product initially. For that particular marketing of this product, what they try to do, so whenever this particular Maruti Suzuki want to launch any new product or any kind of um, advertisement they want to start, what they generally do, they will be having some existing customers. So they try to create certain, you can say, the list, and so they try to collect all the details of the uh, customers who have already purchased their product, and then for them they try to provide send certain messages, alerts, stating that they are going to launch a new product, or they are going to modify this particular product. Let's say the latest launch which is going to happen. with the Grand Vitara as well as S Cross. So they try to send the messages and all to the existing users, mentioning that there are certain enhanced features which they are going to launch. So this collection of all the existing users or is called like they create certain list, and then they send the a notification message to all these lists. So this is called as marketing list. So the cycle starts like when I want to launch this particular product, then I will try to connect with all my known users and then try to create a curiosity between these users, and then try to grab the attention of these users so that at least my known customers know about my product and the mouth talk spreads. So that's where to launch any product it starts. And then so in this particular marketing list, you can say, so there are two kinds of lists. One is dynamic marketing list and other one is static. Dynamic in the sense,
State binding.
anybody will want to give a try what is dynamic and what is static?
Yes, dynamic values can be changed. What the input we will provide to the list, just like search bar, it's dynamic, and static remains the same.
Okay. Anyone else want to give a try? There are two types of customers. Or one, your regular users or already you are, I mean, we have the customers with us, like the existing customers, and they might more majorly will not change because they already have the particular product. So these people are called as static. I mean, they create as a static list so that the existing list of all the users are. Yeah, sorry, I had bad throat. Okay, so the static list can be existing customers in general, and dynamic list in the sense like whenever we try to create certain um campaigns, you can say, or where we are trying to create certain uh, exhibitions. Let's say there are few customers who call and ask us like, are you going to start any new product? Or they are not part of this particular they are not the regular users of Maruti Suzuki, but still they have certain they maybe some time ago they might have called and asked for an inquiry like what about this product and all. So they can continue with the Maruti Suzuki or they cannot, they don't want to continue with the Maruti Suzuki. It all depends on them. So these kind of people who are not sure, like, so these kind of people they create as a dynamic list, or on the floor they try to add few of the people and then create a list kind of thing. So these kind of data which we are creating, that is considered as a dynamic list. So this is how we start uh, our campaign or the marketing of this our product. And then once the marketing has been done, let's say we have given auto expo shows, and then we have uh, created certain ads, and then we have already completed the campaigning part, and then we got a lot of customers, I mean users who want to, who are interested to buy this particular product. Then we launch this particular product into the market, and then the customer team, I mean the support team will try to contact all these users, and then they start creating the sales of this particular product. Then comes the sales module. Here, whatever whoever the users we try to contact, I mean from the dynamic list or from the existing static list, they try to communicate with the customers and they say like, yes, last time you have inquired or you have you shown an interest with the product, and now the product is launching at this so and so time. Will you be interested to purchase this particular product? If they say yes, and they see like there is some kind of potential in the customer, then they consider these kind of customers as lead. Now, for selling a product, for selling a product, what do you think? Like, what are the things we need, or what kind of? I mean, let's say you are the owner of this Maruti Suzuki. Then, if you want to sell this particular upcoming or any of the model car, then what do you generally do it? Is anybody active? I mean, is listening or
Yes, I'm listening, sir, but I can't give answer of your question.
okay? No problem. Fine. Is it same with everyone? Because see, I want this session to be interactive rather than giving a lecture kind of thing. Okay, fine then. So the leads generally then they call the customer to the showroom. We visit to the showroom, have a test drive, and if you are okay with all the features and everything, then you try to say yes, I am ready to buy this particular product, and then you will purchase this particular product. And at the time of purchase, and then you will be converted as an account or a contact. So there are other things which are involved in sales module as well as the marketing module. But to give you an overview of what is CRM, how it is, I mean the overview of the CRM. So that's the reason I've just picked up one of the part. I mean you can say one of the entity in that particular marketing module or the sales module, and trying to provide you the overview of CRM modules, how it works, and what exactly is CRM. That can say Microsoft CRM. And based on that, in our next session, as the sessions progress, we will go in depth into these modules and we'll be working on them. I hope this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. So once we sold our product into the market, and now we say like, yes, we are done. Now, as a customer, what do you expect after you're done, you have sold this particular product? Can anybody answer? What generally, like you think as an owner of this particular Maruti Suzuki, you have done the marketing part, you have done the sales part. Now, what else you can do it?
Yes,
Service,
in first, yes, first
services.
leads,
Okay, one at
leads
a time.
come
I think
in.
Suman, let Suman answer Zubair.
Well, after
Yes,
the customer has bought the product, he might expect services also.
Right,
So, what kind of services they are providing for the customer in order to the product should be in a condition stage, right?
right,
Yeah.
great. So next comes our customer service module. You can say service module or you can say customer service. So in this customer service, to work on any of the thing, like let's say if I consider the same product, then we have periodic services, we have free services, we have all the generally if I consider any of the car, so in general we have like we might have certain complaints with this particular product car, or you will be visiting for general service or a regular service, so this kind of thing. So these activities whatever you say, so these are tracked as a case. So in CRM, cases are all these activities which you are performing along with respect to your product. So we have so once the product has been sold, then there should be aftercare for all these products, and there should be a proper service which has to be provided for all these products. So that's where the customer service comes into picture. And along with that, there are other two modules which have been introduced by CRM, but majorly one of them is being used. So what do you think? You all can give a try. like after the customer service. Let's say the customer service is like we have to visit to the showroom, and then we have to request them or create certain cases, and then we will be visiting to the showroom. What else can be there to provide proper service to our customers? Can anybody think of it? Anyone can give a try. Zubair, if you want to give a try.
Yes, yes, please tell me once again.
So the thing is like, so you have sold your product. Now you want to provide proper service to your customer. So one way is customer is going to visit to your showroom, and then he will raise a case. Then he will be, the team will be working on the case. And what could be the other approach to provide proper service, or what could be other approach where you can provide the service to the customer?
Yes, yes. So as far as dealing with the customer, so in CRM, as as far as I worked, so the basically counts, contact customers, cases, and then there will be sales process like quotes or invoicing, and then
No, no, I'm not
the
talking about the sales process and all, Zubair. Okay. Um,
yes, please tell me. Go ahead.
sure. So there are like, we to provide a service to the any of the customer. One thing is like either customer visit to the showroom, or there are certain cases where customer cannot visit to the showroom, right? Where the showroom guys has to visit to the customer's place, right? So they work in the field, like their car is stuck somewhere, or break down in middle of the road somewhere when you're traveling. Then what happens? You call to some of the uh, your customer, support team, the service engineers, and what they will do, they try to arrange one what is that called?
Field
What do
service.
you call that truck which will carry your car to their garage and then repair it?
Towing.
Ah, yes. So towing. Thank you. So they tow your car and try to, they first try to fix your car at that instance. If still it is not working, then they try to tow it and then take that to the garage, and then they repair it, and then you are done. So this kind of second part of service is called like field service, because they are working in the field. So we even have other module called field service in CRM. So these are major modules which are part of the CRM, dynamic CRM, which generally every of the most of the organization use either of these modules. And along with that, we have another project automation survey, project automation, but that is not that much used anywhere. So majorly, we will be handling or dealing with marketing, sales, and customer service modules. So I hope everyone are clear till now, till here. So now I hope you might be getting an overview like what are the modules which are involved in CRM, dynamic CRM, and how this particular product or how can we, where are the areas it can cover. Dynamic CRM can cover. So this was all about dynamic CRM and their core modules which are involved in it. Now we were like we even have like PowerApps. So what exactly is this PowerApps? These PowerApps consist of modern driven apps, Canvas apps, and then Power Pages, or you can say portals. So what exactly is this model driven apps or Canvas apps or Power Pages or portals? So uh, whenever we are working, again, this is a different topic, but to have a proper idea about the CRM, what exactly it is, how can we work along with the CRM, why it is like why this has a lot of demand in the market. So this, to understand these kind of scenarios, we will be it's good to know that how exactly these Power Apps or the CRM applications are designed. So let's say whatever we are interacting over here, like marketing, sales, or services, or anything, these are like already inbuilt, like part of the CRM. I mean, the users or the customers are part of CRM. They already have an account or contact. Then they are going to work with that, right? But what about the people who are not part of this particular CRM? Let's say I'm an outsider and I want to interact with this CRM application or any of the applications. Then what is the case? So there comes the Power Pages or Power Portals. Uh, this one, so that it's a web browser kind of thing where, let's say, a web application, and on top of that web application you try to create certain you try to go through the page, and then you try to request something, and that data will be captured in CRM. Ideally, the backend will be your CRM, and the data will be captured. Why we are introduced, we are working with these Power Pages or Power Portals? Because to provide a provision for the non CRM customers as well. So that's the reason these Power Pages or Power Portals have come into picture. And regarding these Canvas apps, uh, see, there are applications, or there are certain scenarios where a lot of complicated logics are not involved. We can say like very small logics, or first as far as minor functionality. So in that cases, instead of creating a huge data, I mean, a big application, we try to create a very small application with respect to that particular um, area of work we are trying to create. So over there, we can use these Canvas apps. And now, model-driven apps. These model-driven apps are like a like when we are trying to implement a complicated logics, or when we are working with huge database, where we need to have proper security rules and all, then we will be going for model driven apps. So is that clear, like what exactly these Power Apps are? So this is an overview, like how we have how the CRM is, and what are the core modules which are involved in CRM, and how we work on the CRM. And we even have uh, Power Automate. It's not part of the Power Apps, but this is also part of the Power, can say, like, for automation purpose. This is also very much useful tool which you can say when working with CRM. So this Power Automate is kind of an automation logic where we try to reduce the implementation of complex code, and then we try to automate that, and with the low code no code platform. So that's where the Power Automate comes into picture. The things we'll be learning in general in our session would be the core CRM part, and then we'll be we'll be working on model driven apps, Canvas apps, and then Power Automate. I will give you an overview of how it works on Canvas apps and then Power Pages. And extensively, we can work on model driven apps as well as Power Automate. Because if you know what is, how we work with model driven apps, or the major concept is same, but just like there are slight minor changes. So that overview I'll be giving to you, and we can try to create certain examples, use cases on these uh, Canvas apps, and we'll be working on this Power Automate as well. So that's all, like whatever I wanted to. So we started with the introduction of CRM, so how it works and all. Do we have any questions or anything? Can ask. I'm stop sharing my screen.
Sir,
Yeah, please go ahead, Zubair.
sir, I would like to know I would like to know what is the difference between that Salesforce CRM and Dynamics 365 because it is also there in the market. So
Okay, sure. So you can say we have now we have taken example of Maruti Suzuki, a car manufacturer. Similarly, we have Hyundai manufacturer and Honda manufacturer and different a number of car manufacturers. Am I right?
yeah, yes, sir.
The purpose is same. Take a car, buy a car, use it and all. But these are all the competitors in the market. And there are few features, difference in features or kind of like say example. I mean, why I'm taking this general example? Because it will be easy for understanding. That's the reason I'm taking a general example and correlating with the actual maybe Salesforce CRM or SAP CRM or I can CRM and all. I hope this is clear for you. I mean, this is okay for you, right?
Yes,
Okay. Hi, Ajay.
Hi.
Yes. So Ajay, I wanted to know that how do we use the CRM MS Dynamics with a free version to do a testing and play around it, and what about the scripting and coding programming related to MS Dynamics? What about that?
Okay. Let me share my screen again. Please confirm once you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So to to work with CRM, so Microsoft has already provided certain out of box features. So we will try to use these kind of out of box features initially, and for a few of the custom custom components or where we needed certain customizations, and then we use JavaScript as our client side scripting. You can say like where areas like kind of I hope you might be aware of what is client side and what is server side. Any ideas, Zubair?
Yes, yes. Zoho has implemented client-side scripting, but I have not worked there a lot on that. They have their own dilute scripting at the back end. So
Okay,
yeah, I have a little bit idea about what is client-side scripting.
okay, fine. That's really good to hear. So for the client side scripting, we have lot of scripting tools we can use like JavaScript or jQuery and all. So, but majorly we even have TypeScript. So, but majorly to work with CRM, we will be using the JavaScript as a client side scripting for all the customization related. And for server side, we will be using C#. So the complex logics you can say like where you need to create certain I mean whatever the operations you perform at client side like if at the form level and all, so that you can achieve or that using the client side scripting JavaScript, uh, the logics which need certain kind of integrations as well as where you want to interact with some different third party applications and all. And when you are working using the client side scripting, you can even interact with the third party APIs, I mean API calls and everything. But if there are certain complex logics which are involved and you have to work at the server side, and then you will be using the C#.NET. Does anybody know what is client side and server side apart from Zubair?
Yes, I also want to know that. just like Zoho, it is a cloud-based system, or we can do the Windows-based applications, or like the automations also in the, or in
Right.
just in simple word, it's a cloud-based. All the things are uh, will be available on cloud.
Right. So we have so previously when CRM has started, it used to be on it was like it started having a cloud. It did not had a cloud
Yes,
base. So now I'm sorry, really having a bad throat. So now with the latest versions which are upgrading, and also we even have a cloud based. So where previously it was like we used to maintain the servers and all, create a Windows server and maintain our data over there and all. So on it can you generally call it as on premise and online. So we used to have on-premise versions, and but with the COVID, I mean entry of the COVID and all, so most of the applications have moved to cloud-based and with lot of integrations with Azure and all. So Microsoft also promoting their product into the cloud-based based on the market. So in Dynamics CRM, we even have on-premise and online, both the versions we have. But majorly, most of the organization you can say are looking for online version. The organizations which we used to use, I mean, which were which were using from long back, they might be working on premise itself. But slowly, these on premise applications are also moving to online. So, anything else? We have like another 2 minutes. So, if you have any questions, you can ask me. And if you have anything to discuss, we can discuss as well. Anybody? Sharat, Suman, Asif, Vasant, Vijayalakshmi.
Sir, as I said, I don't have any knowledge on the coding part. So, what you will suggest me to learn actually parallelly?
So you can start uh, watching any JavaScript kind of thing as a coding basics, or you can start looking into any of the programming language which you feel comfortable, maybe C, C Sharp. I mean, you might be learning in your college days. So just try to brush up those things. C language, C++, anything is fine. See, what I generally feel, say to all my students, whatever the logic you build, that's what you do it. And coding, syntax, and everything are almost same in any language. Any language if you are taking, it may be C sharp or maybe Java or maybe C++, maybe C or Python, anything, or even including SQL Server as well. The way you express to the system is different, but ultimately the logic which you want to implement is same. Any other questions or anything you want, any doubts you have? Uh, Anybody? Maybe this is the last one I can pick it up and then we can wind up the session for today. Yes, Asif, you want to ask something?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Are we good then?
So how many days with this session is you are planning to complete?
So generally it will take around 30 to 35 sessions maximum. The way,
Okay.
see, I generally don't believe in giving a presentation or having giving an overview and then leave it. I'll take an example. I can say in a use case, then we will be implementing all the CRM modules, you can say, or all these CRM components in that particular use case. So everybody has to work on that part. Everybody has to complete their exercise every day.
Okay. So what kind of audience you are looking for? Um, the person who doesn't know anything to learn about
See,
Power Apps, or
it's not like
they need a
I am looking out
centralized
for the
stuff?
audience, Vasant. It's like the audience which I get based on that I'll try to plan.
Okay. Okay,
It depends
so
on the type of audience I have majorly. Let's say I can say like Suman or Asif, whoever were there. So they do not have lot of coding background, or they are not aware of CRM at all. So for them, I have to start right from the scratch. You can say like Zoom,
yeah, that's right. Most likely the power apps would be the no code or less code kind of concept would be there, right? We are not going to
right,
build like other system like Salesforce or CRM or any other the CRM.
right.
So this one more into this kind of a plug and play kind of thing, right? So um, yeah, the coding background knowledge is there, then it's well and good. And then um, are you going to set some expectation for preliminary things which required? And they should dress up something like any scripting or um, I don't know what server side are they going to learn about any of the technology.
Definitely. So when I start actual coding part, so I'll definitely recommend everyone or try to ask them to create certain logics, uh, frame their logics by own. Maybe any of the any of I generally the way I take the sessions. Let's say there is a person who doesn't know, who did not had any coding background, but in their college days they might have learned something, some other curriculum part of their syllabus. Let's say you can say C or C plus plus. So over there, uh, they might be having some kind of logic which they have built, or they might know something on that. So I take an example of that particular logic. Let's say a small basic logic, and then try to differentiate the syntax what we use, but ultimately the logic will be same. So this is the way you can compare, or you can try to memorize whatever you have learned previously, and then you can implement that in your current app implementation part. So that makes a lot of things easy, and that helps everyone to grab or start working on the coding part. So in CRM, you can say like majorly 80% or sorry, 60% is no code kind of thing, and 40% which is involved with coding and all.
Yes, Ajay,
Yeah,
it's the
that's right.
same.
As per
So
yeah,
it's
so as per my
60%.
understanding, based on the industry, the people used to take the or train the people within the company itself. So nobody is going to recruit the people as a fresher from outside, right?
Right,
So in that case, you will set the expectation something, if we need these are the things are primary, preliminary things which whoever join as an audience, they should know it, or they need to you know brush up from there and learn by themselves to come and explore more on the power app side. Um, I don't know. I may be wrong because um, as per my expectation would be to focus more on the power up side rather than the basic concepts covered, whatever you covered, right? So that would be good if the person who doesn't know anything, then if we are talking about the all spoon feeding kind of thing, that would be okay. So that's what um, I want to check with you what kind of audience you are looking for, and then how this session would be interactive, and then how we are going to interact more on the technology side rather than to learn about the basic stuff.
definitely. Okay, I got it, Vasan. So irrespective of the audience, and to reach to the maximum level of audience, what I try to do is, as I said, I'm not going to give you a lot of sessions like as today I discussed on this part. It's like you will be working on the CRM directly. Over there, let's say if I've taken example of form customization. So I'll directly go to that particular form, then try to give them overview of that particular form and how it works, what are the different forms we have, and what are the customizations which are possible on the form. So that's the way I try to start my sessions. It's not like I write something on the word or paint and then explain like what is form and how it works and what are the sections, tapes, and all. So that's not the way I do it. I directly go to CRM, open that particular CRM. I'll show that over there like what is form, how can you do it, how can you customize this form, and what are the components
Yeah,
which are
that
included in the
that
form.
that is yeah, that is what our expectation would be. In the Power Apps, it would be the free account which you can create, right? So once you create the account, and then you will give some background of that, and then give some assignment to the people, and then
Exactly.
they can work something and then come up with a solution next day, and then that would
Right.
be more interactive, right? So the
Exactly.
person
Yes.
who join, they may get more interest on that, and then to explore more and more, and then you also, the people would be more interactive when you take the session.
Right. So that's what I was trying to make sure right from the beginning. I want to make the session more interactive rather than I giving a lecture on something. So that's how I do it. I try to open CRM. As I mentioned, we'll be creating the CRM instance at the beginning of our session, and then go into that particular CRM. Yeah, Sharad, you can drop off. Go into that CRM. Try to know about the CRM, how it works, what are the components which are involved, and how can you do it? How can you work on that particular CRM? And then um, you will get to know what exactly, how can you work on that particular CRM part and everything. So that's how I do it. And as I said, I'll be giving the assignments as well. You need to work on that particular assignment, and then we'll be having a cross questions or something like that, where I'll be asking you, maybe, and I'll be asking you, or I'll ask you to explain the session. I mean, explain the way you have worked on that particular component. I hope I have answered your question, Vasant.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Anybody?
can I get a job after the completion of this course? Means I'm asking for mainly I'm from non-tech background. So is this possible for me or
Asif, it all depends on how you work, how you try to grab the knowledge, Asif. See, it's like, it's not your college. It's not, I mean, and this is not like job oriented course, something like that. You try to work, you try to practice, and you try to attend the interviews. Then you will get to know how it works. And when you are trying to attend at least 2 or 3 interviews, you'll get to know like what kind of questions they ask, and you have to practice. Without practice, you can't get anything. And the whatever I try to give you, I mean, the knowledge which I will be sharing you, that will be helping you like 70%, or you can say 60%. But rest of the 40% is all dependent on you, how you try to plan yourself, how you want to practice, and how you want to get a job.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Because I don't give any assurance. I do It's only training part which I am part of it, and job part and all I'm not aware of it. But I try to train my students as much as possible, as good as they can do it. And rest, it all depends on how, what kind of hard work or homework you do it. Zubair, you have anything to ask? Please.
Yes, sir. Yes. So the persons who are not from tech background, they don't worry about the CRM. As far as I was working on Zoho, so they also have just like 60 to 70% customization and 30 to 40% coding. So we
Right.
should not be worried about. And here the coding is not too much difficult. So as coding and programming are two different terms. I think coding is as much easier as compared to programming. Yeah.
Right.
So the person who are not from technical background, tech background, they for just doing within a month or 2 months, that they will be able to do a lot of things with coding and programming. So that's it. As far if I talk about myself, I'm very interested in programming and coding. It's just like my passion. I love to do coding and programming all the day long. That's why I'm here. I have almost 3 years gone working successfully on Zoho. So if someone tries to grow and learn a lot of things, so my suggestion would be after taking uh, some training from here, they should join a company for almost 1 year, to have experience how how the companies work and what's the work culture and how the projects are there in real life. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Zubair. That was really important point you have mentioned. Okay, guys. Then let's wind up the session. If you have any questions or anything, we can take up. I'll be taking up in the next session. Yeah. Are we good to close? Yeah. Thank you, Zubair.
See, I forgot to ask you one thing. So the training would be the same timing tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I'll discuss with the team and they will confirm you. Based on the based on the batch and all, other people who want to join the session. So accordingly, we'll be planning and the final schedule will be sent. But majorly, it will be like 7:30 or 8:30. Maximum, mostly it will be 7 or 7:30 in the morning.
Okay. Is tomorrow is there or on Monday only?
Monday.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasan. Bye all.